This week on the podcast, we have
Animal and the Great Muppet Caper.
Adam Sandler and Pixels.
The Division and 90s cartoons.
The Ubisoft Humble Bundle and Power Rangers.
Very good, Luke. Hey, Luke's on this week, and you'll find out a whole lot more about movies on the official Team DBAH Podcast, number 126. Come join us, why don't you? Hello and welcome to the official Team DBAH Podcast number 126. I'm Charlie Danger 82, and with us tonight we have Craig.
Ichota.
Chabawookie Chewbacca. Ho ho ho. We have Jamie.
Second. What?
Yeah, if Jamie's second, who am I going to announce for three? It has to be somebody special. Has to be somebody we haven't heard from for a while. Has to be the Thunder from Down Under himself, even though he's not Australian. And he's probably more northern living than any of us. That's besides the point. We got Luke!
Hello there.
Hi, Luke.
How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
Doing okay?
You're so north you became American Australia. How do you feel about that?
Sounds about right.
Alright, good. Glad you agree.
If it matters at all, Trevor's about 1.5 miles north of me, so he's technically
Holy
the northern.
crap.
And he's taller.
And he's taller.
That's also true.
Oh my god, he's American New Zealand.
He's quite a lot taller. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. I'm Australia, he's New Zealand.
Their national animal is a platypus.
Yes! The national animal of American Australia / New Zealand is the platypus. Now that we pissed off both Australianders and New Zealanders, welcome to the show, folks. Yeah, Australianders. They're like Skylanders, but from Australia.
Australians?
What? Who are they?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean Crocodile Dundees?
Right. Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Right.
They've got a thing for knives.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Weren't we talking about
see me right now?
Right before the podcast? Weren't we talking about how I'm the one who is?
No, well, we weren't talking about anything before the podcast. Anyway, hey guys, video games.
I'm going to take it anywhere weird.
So lots to talk about this week. One of the things we got to talk about this week is the Division beta. And let's see how it's either divided or added to our excitement. Let's start with Jamie. Did you get a chance to play it at all?
Those aren't similar properties of mathematics.
You can shut up, newbie. Okay. Jamie, you get to play it at all?
I think the fractions of which the game impressed me multiplied my equation.
All right.
And the conclusion was that it was good.
Excellent.
The product?
I like that. The product.
When you multiply two things, the whatever it equals is the product of those two multiplications.
Oh my god.
I feel like we should be sat around in a circle, like with our hands on our chins, being like,
Kids, we done been mathed. Luke, how did you get to play it at all?
I played it briefly at Trevor's house. Right. And by briefly I mean 10 or 15 minutes. I liked it. Something that was it was different, and I'm not entirely sure if I like it or if I hate it. I guess I'd have to play more to really get a good idea of it. But how the HUD kind of like moves with you.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was a little distracting, but after it because only so many of the perks or whatever they're called were available for the beta, correct?
Right, yeah.
But I mostly just looked through everything and kind of messed around with some of the buttons and stuff like that. It seems like it's gonna be really good. Like I already planned on getting it, but just kind of playing it, like it, even though it was a beta, I mean it felt fine. Like it felt like it was polished. There weren't really any huge glitches or bugs that I noticed. And I kind of like how you have 3 guns. Like, you have your pistol, and then you have a primary and a secondary. You don't have to have just, like in most games, it's you have a sidearm and you have a primary. So it's kind of nice that you can get like a sniper, an assault rifle, and then a pistol too.
Which was exactly my loadout. Yeah.
Right. So the bottom line is, for the 15 minutes that I played it, it made me interested enough to buy it.
Excellent. Craig, what was your impression of the beta?
I really enjoyed it. I was on the fence about the game, because just because it was Ubisoft and it was a giant game and that kind of thing. But now that I played it, I've been thinking about it since the last time we played, so that's a good sign. So I think I officially do want the game, and I like the fact how it's the game itself, like the single player part of it, is separate from the PvP part of it. So it's completely separate. So I like that.
I was talking to Dave about it because we were playing through it together for quite a while, and I said, I noticed that there's very small elements of Watch Dogs in this game, but only the bits that are actually good.
Yes.
Right.
They're very small, but you can notice them. Like, oh yeah, they learn.
I was surprised it ran so smoothly, for 1 being a beta and for 2 being a Ubisoft game.
Yes.
Well, this is the game they've actually been looking after.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, first off, I started playing it with Craig, and I thought I was going to completely miss the beta because I heard everybody else was getting it for the Xbox One, so I went out and I did some trade-ins, and I got it for the Xbox One. I pre-ordered it, paid it in full, and of course you get the beta access. Now this was on Friday, I believe, and I got home. I went. I plugged in the beta code. Then I got an email saying your code will be sent to you when the beta starts. I was like, well, it started like yesterday or 2 days ago, so okay. And then I got an email right after that, like maybe 10 minutes after that, saying that I was confirmed to be put on the waiting list for the beta. And I went, this is not going as planned. And then Sunday night around 9 o'clock, I got an email saying that I could get into the beta. And at that point, I was not at my house. I was out. And I was like, well, guess I won't be able to play it. But luckily, and plus I didn't want to wait 3 to 4 days while it installed on my Xbox One. So Craig was also like, hey, I have an extra PS4 beta code. So he gave me that one, and I got home Sunday night. I, installed it, and on Monday we played. Now, first selling point of the game. It ran smoothly. It's beautiful to look at. A very good representation of a, dystopian New York. I loved the feel and when Craig told me that there was going to be season progression, I was like,
oh, really?
Fuck, that's amazing. Yeah.
I was hoping for that.
And I was just like, but Craig, you said it was only to people who get the season pass?
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that's part
so
of
it's an actual season pass?
If you don't get the season pass, you were eternally locked in winter. Winter came.
Yeah, what's
Sorry,
cool about
Ned.
it too
Mhm.
is the fact that it's modeled after New York, and after having been to said city, it was kind of cool, like seeing it like in a game
Yeah,
like that.
it felt like New York. It it felt very genuine, and
It's like actual size New York as well, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
really cool
yeah, oh yeah,
parts of the
yeah,
map.
I heard it was to scale, so it's like what would take you 5 minutes to walk in actual New York takes you 5 minutes to walk in the game.
You
I
do
think
feel
that's
that.
brilliant.
That's pretty cool.
I like how they completely gated PvP because I, for one, cannot stand PvP. I can't stand, like, just people coming into your game and messing with you.
Once again,
So-
shout out to
Right.
Watch Dogs.
Kind of,
Yeah.
or GTA had that too.
GTA, Dark Souls, stuff like that. I like that it's just like, okay, all of you mouth-breathing PvP people, you can go over there into your little zone and kill each other, and that's great. I like the fact that you could play either single player or in co-op mode. I think that's great. And that sold me on the game for one system. Now, one small little detail completely made me say, I am buying this for two systems. And that's because, did you listen to your watch at all?
No.
At first I didn't realize it was coming out of your watch.
That
No,
little
what?
voice that's guiding you through the thing, saying, like enemies approaching. That, yeah, Garrus Vicarian is in your fucking watch. So I might buy another system just so I can get it for three systems, because God knows I love
Um,
Garrus Vicarian and Brandon
No.
Keener. So
since I didn't play it enough, I do have a question.
Sure.
It has. I understand it has co-op elements, but I mean, does
Mhm.
it really change the gameplay a lot, or is it kind of like you're just playing with friends?
I
I think it like scales the levels.
think it does too.
I
Because
imagine.
Craig and I were going up against plenty of opposition, but
I think in a way it's like Destiny. Like you can choose how strong you want the enemies to be when you
Yeah.
do a particular mission.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
go back
I
and
see
set
what
it to hard, like hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
it's sort of like a weird cross between Destiny, Gears of War, and what's the other big thing that in
I'm trying to think of the third.
yeah, because it's really just it really is a
Rainbow
Kind
Six.
of felt
mix
like
of-
felt like Metal Gear.
kinda
To
building
me.
up your mother
Like-
base.
It's like Gears of War because
The-
of the covering system.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and the third person aspect, and even the covering too, kind of felt like Rainbow Six.
Oh, actually, to me, you're right. It felt like Rainbow Six, but it also felt like Last of Us, especially with like
Oh,
this
yeah.
like this dystopian landscape you're on, and using cover, using like the weapons that you find and everything like that, without taping scissors to everything.
Easy.
Easy.
So quick question: anything else on the Division? Because if not, I have something slightly related to that. But if you guys want to talk more about that, that's fine.
Well, no, it's just I really really liked it, and a telling thing for me is that I finished
Gears for
the
Carry?
demo. Well, yeah, I finished the demo, and Craig and I had played through the demo. We finished the missions. We were doing all these side missions, and then even when Craig left, I kept playing. That
There's a
to
lot
me,
to do.
Like it was
yeah,
it
there's
was
a lot
enough
to do.
that you didn't need someone to play with.
Well, that and it held my interest.
So did
Any
you and
other
Craig,
game that I usually play, I play for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But this
So
held
did-
my interest.
So did you guys venture into the Dark World or Dark
No.
Lands or Dark
I
Zone?
did.
He did,
I did.
because he's braver than me.
Dave and I had some fun in there.
Yeah,
yes,
I walked
because
in
you're-
and got shot a lot, but I shot back. So sorry.
Dave
That's
and I
because
formed a little hunting party and we were hunting people down.
Dave and
Uh,
your mouth-breathing PvP people.
Trevor explained it to me slightly. So what's the Dark Zone? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, so it's like
It-
it's walled off, so you have to purposely walk into it for it to load.
Right. But I mean, is it like consequential multiplayer? I mean, like, can you lose gear or anything
You
like
lose.
that?
Yeah. Any
you
gear you pick
lose,
up in there, you
Yeah.
can have the ability to lose it unless you get it to a safe point.
Right, which has to be extracted from a helicopter. So there's a timer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I mean, like, can you literally walk in, kill the first guy you see, and then run back out and like keep doing
No.
that to save all your stuff? Okay.
Because once you kill
That-
someone, you get rogue, which means you get a countdown timer before
that
you can leave.
actually interests me more because so huge comparison here. RuneScape. That was a huge thing. Basically the PvP area. I don't know if any of you played it. You might be too old. But Jamie's not. But anyway,
I could be.
basically it literally there was a line that went from non-PvP to PvP, and you could walk in there, kill someone, and then walk right back across the line, and like it'd be fine. Like two guys could be fighting. You could run up, get the last kill on him, pick up his stuff, and then run away in like in literally seconds. But if I actually have something sort of about the Division and mostly about Ubisoft.
Mhm.
They announced a Humble Bundle earlier today or yesterday, and I'll read this straight from the website.
Please do.
Ubisoft's new Humble Bundle offers players the chance to download Uplay and/or Steam keys for Call of Juarez Gunslinger, Grow Home, and Rayman Origins, so long as they pay at least $1. And then, as you pay more money, you can unlock, receive Far Cry 3, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed Chronicles, and Assassin's Creed Rogue. And if you give $75, you get a pre-order to the Division with bonus content. So it's not the season pass, but like I'm assuming it's like a few unlockables when you start up the game, as well as an exclusive Division T-shirt, a coupon for 66% off up to 3 Ubisoft titles in the Humble store, which include Rainbow Six Siege, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Assassin's Creed Chronicles, Far Cry 3, Splinter Cell Blacklist, Call of Juarez, Grow Home, Rayman Origins, and like 5 more.
Wow.
Um,
So when is the Humble Store going to start sponsoring us? Because this is like the 3rd time we've done something for the Humble Store. And of course, it's a fucking charity, so yeah, figures they probably would sponsor us because, you know, they wouldn't be giving us money. But still,
right.
tremendous stuff if you want to help people. You know, if you
Yeah.
really want to help people, this is a really neat way to do it. And you're helping people and you're getting a little something for yourself in the same time.
Right.
And
Yeah, and it's one of those. I mean, kind of like Extra
have
Life is one of the
books.
things that comes
even
to
have
mind.
books.
That you know, it's you are donating money, but it's like you're donating money for something. So it's like, you know, someone was complaining about this the other day at school actually because we were talking about Humble Bundle, and he was just going like, I don't get the sense of it. It's like, well, you can either spend $50 at a store, or you can spend $50 online and it gets donated to charity. Like you're
Yeah,
spending
you
either way. It's
spend
just a matter
50
of
bucks.
where it's going. And like, you know, people hate GameStop so much, but they still
Mhm.
buy stuff from GameStop. And so it's like, if you
Exactly.
hate them so much, and I mean, they constantly have. I mean, they have anywhere between 3 and like 20 discounts on like awesome. Like it's not just like it's not games that nobody cares about. Like they're actually really good big games.
Mhm. So I don't get it though. Why do people always hate on GameStop?
I don't know. I think it's because of the traded thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's where it started.
yeah. From what I've read, I guess, yeah, I think it just starts in that like, they try and like rope you into all these contracts and blah 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 blah. I personally have never had an issue with GameStop. Like, I have a Powerup card, but
Mhm.
literally I don't do anything with it. I use it to get 10% off of anything I buy from them, and that's it. They don't charge me for anything. I don't have the Game Informers, and anytime I've brought a game back to GameStop, I've gotten a lot of money for it. Like literally, I brought back God, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was some like really bad based off of a movie game, like a Thor or a Captain America game or something like that. I got it. I got it for my birthday. I beat it in like 7 hours, and then I took it back, and I got like $24 for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get like a little bit below half of what you get, but there are a lot of sales that go on from time to time. Like there was a sale that went on last week, and it was like get another 50% off your trade-ins. Now, I know they're a corporation. I know that they're, like they have a lot of stuff. Like it's like, oh, did you get the membership card or pre-order stuff, or else we're gonna curse your babies, and stuff like that. But I've heard them say it, but no,
It
I
happens.
mean, my GameStop that I go to is filled with really awesome people that I wouldn't have met had I not gone into that GameStop and built a rapport with that person behind the counter. They are awesome people where I go, and like it doesn't hold true to all of them. Believe you
No.
me.
No, some of the people that work in are a little jerky. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
there's about 7 or 8 GameStops in the area. I will only go to one because of the people that I know and I trust there, and there are some I will not go to because I know that they're douchebags. But at the same time, like I don't get steered wrong by it. It has all the stuff I really want in one centralized place. And I guess when you get older, you're all about convenience. You don't want to go running around to a bunch of places just for one thing. You want everything right there. And well, it's all right there. Do I
Podcast
enjoy?
sponsored by GameStop.
Well, conversely though,
By
I
that
think
one
one of the
particular GameStop.
best, the one particular GameStop. Conversely though, the best, and I know I shit talked Best Buy to no end when they did their major changes in the store. I will never trade in anything to Best Buy, but you sure as hell know that if I don't pre-order a game, I'm going to pick it up at Best Buy because Gamers Club Unlocked gives you 20% off of new games.
Hmm.
New games, not used, new games. So it's like
Even collector's editions.
even collector's editions. I got, like, when it first came out, I got the Metal Gear Solid 5 collector's edition for $80. It's like you pay $40 a year because it's always on sale, and for a year you get 20% off any new games. And while you're getting new games from there, or when you get anything, you get rewards points back. So you'll get a certificate in the mail randomly for like $20. You're like, oh, okay, now I can use this to buy a game. So it's like, whenever anybody says, oh, rewards programs are stupid, or, oh, I'm not signing up for the stupid GameStop card, or I'm not signing up for a stupid Gamers Club Unlocked, I'm like, idiot, you're saving money if you do this. I call them idiot. I call them to their stupid face. I call them idiot to their face. And I touch their face sometimes. I go, idiot. And they don't appreciate it, but I know I
Stroke
did.
it.
I don't
Caress
stroke it.
it.
I don't stroke it. I don't caress it. I touch their face. Like I put my hand upon their face and go, stupid idiot.
And show dominance. Dominance. Touch.
Yes.
Is it?
Thank you.
Is
It's
it
all about
slightly
dominance.
in relation? Is the rain on fire at that point in time?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Let's go with yes.
Do you understand the reference?
No.
Oh, okay.
It happens in Africa.
It's an Adele song.
Rain's down in Africa.
It's an adulso?
Adele, the song "Set Fire to the Rain." One of
Okay,
the lines
let me
is.
tell you about Adele.
Whoa.
We're going to talk
Oh,
about
Lord.
Adele for a second here.
Oh,
are
good.
we?
I like-
Okay.
I'm actually looking
Alright.
forward to this.
All
Go
right.
on.
Now, if Adele is on adult contemporary radio, that's one thing. Fine. When I'm listening to my weird, obscure college radio station and they start playing Adele, like almost every day in rotation, stop. Please stop.
I take it you don't like Adele?
I was okay with Adele. I think that she has a wonderful voice. Until I heard hello no less than 5 times in the course of 2 hours. Then I stopped liking Adele so much.
I understand what you mean.
Like, I've recounted my hello story on the podcast, and it ruined the song for me. I mean, it's enough that if you listen to any sort of radio station around here, they will play Hello by Adele. They will play Renegade by that fucking band who sings Renegade. They will play Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. And that is my jam, though. I don't really mind it that much. I love it. And they'll play Thinking Out Loud by the Muppet-haired kid. Ed Sheeran.
Oh, the Muppets?
No, the Ed Sheeran guy. The one with the yarn hair. The red yarn hair.
Oh, yeah.
They'll play those over and over and over again. Stop. Except for Shut Up and Dance with Me. You can do that. You can play that enough because that's my jam. But the other songs are like all the time. And now it's even infected the college radio station I listen to. I'm like, why are you doing this? And then I hear that most of the DJs on there are like over 40, and I'm like, oh, that's why you're doing this. You're selling out. Play more obscure Morrissey.
They're trying to be hip.
You're right. And I'm just trying to remain old and pretentious. Come on.
Right, exactly.
Play the stuff we used to listen to. Play D.B.A.H.
The Bauhaus?
Yeah. They're a band. Look them up.
Yeah.
Get some
I thought we released an album somehow.
Because at work, we in the front of the house in the dining room, we have our set playlist that's however many songs, and so like I hear those every day, and so like it's kind of to the point where it's I'm not even really listening to them; it's just noise.
Right.
But in the back of the house in the kitchen, sometimes we'll have like a classic rock station playing, and other times we'll have the like hit pop song station playing.
Right.
And it's like when the classic rock radio station plays, I never ever hear the same song in a shift. When the pop station is playing, I can tell you how many times I'm literally like, this was on 10 minutes ago. Like, is it this long of a song? And they're just kind of like, no, it's just on again. I'm like, what the? Seriously? It's just annoying. It's
because people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was actually...
I got what you did right there.
Who did what?
Exactly.
Sorry, go on, Luke.
But no, there was a... someone was talking about... We were actually talking about that in my psychology class the other day, that, like, I guess she did an experiment where, like, she looked at the top 10 that she looked at the top 10 songs from like 1990 to now, and noticed that basically as the years have gone by, it's either getting progressively more party based, and the chorus is no longer like a 4 to 6 line chorus. It's like one line repeated 4 to 6 times.
Oh, there's so much repetition in modern
right,
music.
and so that kind of goes off what Jamie was saying, that like people just love repetition, and their short attention spans, they need repetition.
It's because people like turn on the radio, they just miss the chorus, and like, darn, I really like the chorus. Then it plays 2 seconds later, and they're like, yay.
Right.
Then they go to McDonald's because brainwashing.
As an adult male, over 36 in the United States, it's kind of mandatory that we like Mike Dowdy, and he's a former lead singer of Soul Coughing, and he has a solo career.
That? What was that?
Can you confirm that statement?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's fantastic, and his solo career is amazing, but he will say one thing over and over in his fucking songs. Like his new album, Stellar Hotel, is brilliant, but some of the songs, like "Let's Go to the Motherfucking Movies," is essentially just like, let's go to the movies, let's go to the movies, let's go to the movies, let's go to the motherfucking movies, let's go to the... And he'll just keep on saying that. And he has a thing about the sun in this one, because there's a lot of light that's repeated and a lot of sun that's repeated. It's a very high concept album, but at the same time, he repeats his shit so much that I have to skip over a lot of his songs, even though I love him. I love him dearly. Mike Daddy,
Charlie,
if you want to be on the podcast, please just send us hit us up on
Charlie,
Twitter. Yeah,
he just wants to take you to the movies.
he does.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
would
upset
you go
about
to
the
the
sun.
movies with Mike Daddy?
I would absolutely go to the movies with Mike Daddy.
Well, then there you go.
Absolutely.
Maybe he was dedicating that song to a trustworthy fan that actually listens to him.
You know what? Maybe I need to rethink some things I've thought about Mac Daddy's music.
It's possible. It's possible.
Again, don't get me wrong. He's awesome. I love him. I love his music.
Yeah, and maybe you and Craig can go like halvesies.
He did a
take-
cover of the Kenny Rogers song "The Gambler." It's absolutely amazing. If you ever have the means, I highly suggest you check it
You
out.
got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. That song.
That's the one. That's the one.
Excellent.
That was
Excellent.
one of the most disturbing Muppet skits ever.
There were dead folk in that skits.
Yep.
What?
Dead
Dancing.
Muppet folk.
Dancing
cool.
on a table.
Craziness.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh, they have
Dave.
hands
Dave
up
just
their
got
asses.
Dave just got those box sets. That's Dave. He's probably seen it.
Probably.
He knows. He knows about the Kenny Rogers Gambler skit in the Muppets.
My favourite thing to do with Dave is to mention the new Muppet Show to him. Because it just
Oh, he
drives him
gets
crazy.
upset. He gets upset.
They, No.
That's something that Dave and I can actually agree on. Dave and I do not like the new Muppets.
people keep complaining that the Muppets drink. They've been around for years. I think they're old enough to drink.
Oh, they drank in the old. They,
No,
they
the
drank in
Muppets
the
were
Muppet
on-
Show.
I mean, there were drugs everywhere. So
Everywhere.
It
I
was
mean,
a
look at them.
circus.
Look at Kermit.
Look at Kermit.
Scotty.
Look at those eyes.
Actually, you know, the Muppet Show almost got canceled, and now it has a new showrunner.
Yeah, they
It's
Really?
like starting over.
they did like a soft reboot this week.
Yeah.
But one of the things the original guy was doing is he was like, okay, I'm going to get rid of some of the weirder Muppets, like the talking chickens and the vegetables. New person's just like, let's bring them all back.
No, if I ever watch the Muppet Show again, it will be because they've gone back to the old variety show
They're getting there.
format. If they get there, I will watch it again.
They did a skit this week that was Peppy the prawn being an Uber
Right.
driver.
Really?
Yeah, he picks up an old man and he's like, "Oh, Edward James Olmos."
Who
Okay.
who's your favorite Muppet, Charlie?
Oh shit, son. My favorite
I know
Muppet's the Swedish Chef. Apparently,
Doobie-doo.
Yeah.
no, it's Bork Bork Bork. Apparently, ever since I was a child,
Have you
as in ever since I was a baby, I liked the Swedish Chef. Apparently, my grandmother used to call. She would be watching the Muppet Show, at her house, and whenever she would see that the Swedish Chef came on, she would call the house just so she could hear me laughing. That guy is a dangerous individual. He has knives and firearms that he uses and employs
real-
in his cooking,
And
He's
real
got
hands.
real hands.
and
Yeah.
real hands
It's two people.
for
You know
gripping.
that. Did you know that?
Uh,
There's people running him.
Yeah, it's because there's one guy operating the hand in one arm, and then another guy using the other arm. It's amazing that the amount of puppetry and people that have to be squished together is just it's pretty talented, and he is. I liked his resilience in the new movie, the first of the two new movies, where he opened up the refrigerator and
Oh, yeah,
slaughtered
all these veggies.
the zombie vegetables that were there with a flamethrower. He is a dangerous individual, and he is a beloved individual, and that's why the Swedish Chef is my favorite Muppet.
What was the name of the old guy in the movie that they just find who's been locked in the cupboard for like 10 years?
The janitor,
Yeah.
Beauregard.
I can only take you as far as the lobby.
Taxi. Sorry. What
Craig?
about Craig? Craig, what's your favorite Muppet? I like this.
Me, it's kind of a tie between Gonzo and Animal.
Mm.
Gonzo because he's the weird daredevil guy, and Animal because he was angry, played the drums, and chased women. So,
And what more do you need in life?
I like Uncle Dudley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
He's
a
got
deep
such-
pull too.
He's got such a dry wit.
And he's one of your people, isn't he?
I believe so. I like it in the first Muppet movie, the recent one. He's just like, at one point he's just like, are we the bad guys? Oh, are we working with the bad guy or something like that? Oh, what's the bad guy's name? He raps. I remember that.
Yes, it was
It's pretty
he's the
crazy.
guy from American Beauty. Chris Cooper. Chris Cooper.
Oh,
That's the
pretty
actor,
crazy.
anyway. Yeah. I forget who he was in the film.
oh, he was like the oil guy.
Yeah, who wanted to take over the theater.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause there's oil underneath it.
Yeah.
That's just the way.
Everybody knows that oil is the most driving thing. They didn't make it topical at all by a quest for oil. They didn't date it in the slightest.
Right.
Yeah, I cried at the end of the new Muppet movie.
oh, really?
When that little green bastard busted out the banjo and started doing Rainbow
the first
Connection.
of the new ones or the second of the new ones?
First of the new ones.
Okay.
When that little green bastard busted out the banjo and started playing Rainbow Connection, I was like 5 again. It was amazing.
So,
I loved it.
Do you know
quick-
the sequel?
quick-
What was that,
The
Jamie?
sequel to that movie takes place literally right after the first one.
Really?
Like they literally finished singing whatever it is, Rainbow Connection or whatever, and then they're like, well, I guess we got a sequel. And they start singing a song about having a sequel.
Wow. Hot damn.
Oddly quick tidbit of information that nobody's going to care about, but it got brought up and it made me think of it. My uncle's wedding song with his wife was Rainbow Connection.
No kidding.
Wow,
That's pretty cool.
don't hear that too often. Actually,
you don't.
No, they I
What song?
believe the reasoning was they wanted it to be something that was unique, and her favorite show was the Muppets, so they decided on that.
Very cool. But Craig, something you never hear that often is our wedding song was Freaking You by Adina Howard. Now that's something you never hear.
that's true. That's true.
Anyway, look it up, kids. Fun song. Almost was our senior prom song. The 90s were a weird time. Anyway.
I think It's Time by Imagine Dragons was their senior prom song. I think that's what it was.
Wow. Yeah, I think it was too. I think Trevor mentioned that. God,
Yeah.
senior prom.
I know that was the song we walked to during graduation, but I can't remember if we had decided on that by prom or not.
Let's see. The junior and senior proms that we had were, one was This Is the Time to Remember, and the other one was Lady in Red. God, we were so old. Billy Joel and Chris de Burgh. Really?
Really?
Jim, do you have proms over there?
No. We don't celebrate things. It just happens. It's like oh,
Right.
Happens
did you
and
finish-
it's over.
it's like parents are like, oh, did you finish school? Yeah, about a week ago. Oh, good. So what you gonna do now?
About a week ago.
Don't know. Probably get a job. All right, good. See you later. That's about
Nice,
it.
nice.
So
Wow.
what you're saying, it's just like in the Great Muppet Caper,
Oh.
where John Cleese is having dinner with his wife, and they see them climbing outside their window, and they just like go with it.
Right
I
then.
love that. I came up with an idea for the perfect movie.
Oh?
I've had this
Please.
idea for a while. It's a romantic comedy, but one of the characters isn't aware that he's in a movie. So he's just following people around. They're doing like over the top, romantic, goofy stuff. And he's just like, no, don't do that, you fucking idiot. Like he's getting more and more angry that these people are like being all funny with each other. And they're having that bit in the middle where they like argue with each other. He's like, no, stop arguing.
No, is it like
wow?
And it's like
is it like he sees them? They'll argue with each other, and they'll just kind of like, no, that one wasn't good enough. Let's try that again. And he'll be like, what are you doing? Or is it supposed to be like it's not supposed to be a?
The director calls cut and walks in, and he's just like, who the fuck is this? Get out of the house!
Now, who would be starring in this?
Me.
Do you have me? Okay, all right.
No,
I just bought 4 tickets.
I had a perfect.
And I'm assuming that you would be the angry British man. Like, what's going on?
You said you had the perfect guy?
I was thinking T.J. Miller would be a perfect character, perfect in that type of role.
Okay, I like it. Did you see him talking to the shock top tap in the newest commercial? Because that shit was funny.
Yeah. But imagine on that scene at the end where the couple run to each other and they start kissing, and he's just and everyone's like all quiet. Everyone's like, "Oh, they're going to be together forever," and he's just like, "They're not even kissing properly."
or like just dropping some like insane bomb, just kind of like, "Oh yeah, she did your friend, by the way." So you should know. About 2 hours into the movie.
Or it depends when you find that his hand is down his pants. I don't know. Something romantic.
Right.
He's like, so I was going through our underwear drawer. Like, dude, what? It's like, what?
This isn't a flashlight.
You change it with a different vowel, and then you've got it.
But the way the movie works, the way the concept of the movie works, is that everyone else approaches it as like a PG movie. So they're all like romantic, they're all kind, but they're not vulgar. And he's just saying whatever the fuck he wants.
It's like it's based on your everyday life.
I was gonna say, so it's a rated R movie for one specific character only.
One character's he's rated R. Everyone else is just fine.
And like, put a little disclaimer: movie PG, character R.
Yes. So could you say, Craig, you'll appreciate this. Could you say that he was the rated R superstar?
Dun.
Oh.
Just imagine like in a movie where like weddings happen. Are we
gonna get Edge to guest star in it?
Maybe.
He can conduct the wedding ceremony.
He's good in Haven.
But imagine the guy sat there and like there's a celebrity cameo and he's just like, what the fuck is Michael Jordan doing here?
Holy shit. Is that Shaquille O'Neal?
Why is he driving a taxi? Damn.
He really downgraded.
Like, dude, I love Kazam.
Is that...
Man, nobody loves Kazam. I don't even think Shaquille O'Neal loves
everybody
Kazam.
loves Kazam, son. Nobody loves Steel. Everybody loves Kazam.
Steel
or Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu. Everybody loves it. It's a solid fighting game if you ever played it.
Shaquille O'Neal was in the Smurfs.
What now?
Yeah, he was.
He played like Smooth Smurf or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The new Smurf movies, they just made up weird Smurfs just to put a voice to it.
I heard Katy Perry was Smurfette.
She was.
Strangely okay with that.
She has a line, I kissed a Smurf and I liked it. It's like, oh, that's funny.
Because it parodied her song, you see. I see. Comedy gold.
That's funny, but all the Smurfs are your siblings, so calm down a bit.
Katie, if you want to be on the podcast, just contact us at teamdbah.com. Always looking for guest stars.
Literally anyone.
Literally anyone. I'm still waiting to hear back from Michael Caine so that he and I can just talk through the entire thing as each other. It's going to be brilliant.
It's just you, me, and Michael Caine.
It's gonna be, and it's you're not gonna be saying anything because you're just going to be laughing.
I'm just going to be like dying. I'm going to be
Yeah.
like fever on the floor.
But we have to do the entire podcast from the Lamborghini, and we'll just drive
So the whole-
around.
So the whole
Do it
time you hear
remotely.
you hear an engine.
Exactly.
It's you, me, Michael Caine, and then Randall like recording it all.
Yeah, Randall's.
He's just got a mic.
He's strapped
like,
to the
trying
top
to
of
mic us all
the
up.
to the car with the sound mixing devices. We can do this. I say this because
It's possible.
anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I learned that from Debbie
mean,
Gibson.
We've made our offer. It's in Michael Caine's court. Like, it's up to him now.
Exactly. Sir Michael, come and be
Yes.
on our podcast. I think that I think we nailed it.
I agree.
I think he'd enjoy that pitch.
Yeah, what are you guys doing in my house?
Now, real quick, Jamie, because I feel like I'm required to ask this. Do you have a name for your movie?
Oh.
I thought you were going to ask me, do I have a name?
Of course I do. But in Jamie, is. Sorry.
Ah.
So yeah, what is the name of this movie?
I was thinking Romance and the Roommate.
Oh, that's strangely specific.
Yeah, he's the roommate.
Of course he is.
Like, he's just sitting there, and like the girl comes in, it's like, oh, is this the new bitch you're shagging?
Oh
She's
wow,
like- and
it
it's just
is
like,
based on you.
but then both of them are just like completely coy. They almost completely ignore it, and they just continue normally. Like, his mate sits down to him, he's like, man, I don't know what to do. He's like, just go to the bar and pick up another girl. It's like, I think I love her. No, you don't. You met her 2 days ago.
So it's a realistic. It sounds like it's very jaded individual, Jamie.
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
It's how I would react in a... Like, that guy doesn't have a script. He's just inserted into the movie.
So
and
it's just going to be
has
him riffing through them. Oh my god, this movie is going to. This is going to be like Oscar-winning material because it's sort of like a documentary too.
It is. Like, everyone else is an actor. They've been paid. They've got scripts, stuff like that. They've got specific lines. And then there's just him just sat there, like, not really caring.
But they have all their scripts are different.
I like it. And his payment is he gets to be real.
That's the
Great.
greatest payment of all. Do you know what my inspiration was for this movie?
Please tell me.
It was a scene from Pixels.
Never
Towards the
saw
end of
movie. You saw Pixels?
Yeah, sadly. Towards the end of Pixels, Cubert, the little orange thing, transforms into a beautiful woman, and then Josh Glad starts kissing her. And Adam Sandler pretty much looks at the camera and just says, "Is anyone else disturbed by this? That was Cubert."
Like is she
Like that-
still making the noises?
No, but then they have kids, and the kids are Cuberts.
Oh, wonderful.
I
That's a
have
movie.
several questions.
Cubert went from Wreck-It Ralph to that. That's a bad crow move.
Right? Okay, so I'm still trying to get over the fact that you saw Pixels. But tell me about this movie. I heard that it's a horrible, horrible movie.
Oh, it is. There's not even jokes.
Right?
Literally, there's just a bit where Adam Sandler walks into the White House and just starts making fun of everyone.
Wow.
And they're not like, oh, let's take him out. They're not like, let's get rid of him. They're just like, can you leave? And he's like, yeah, sure. Bye. Because
Huh.
that's what happens. He drives up to the White House in like a van, and they're just like, sure, go in. Like, we saved your parking space.
Now,
Kevin James is the president, because that happens. And he can't read.
you can't
There's
read.
a whole bit where he's reading to kids, and he's struggling with words, and the kids are trying to help him, and he's getting really angry at the kids. And like, because that's a president. And then there's a bit where the alien invasion's happening, and he closes down a bakery so him and his wife can do some cooking together.
Kevin James and his wife?
Yeah, Kevin James and the First Lady, they're just like in a bakery cooking, and he gets a phone call. He's like, "Oh, what? They're attacking England? Send some people."
Oh,
And then all these highly trained soldiers can't do fuck all. But then, Adam Sandler and the guy from Frozen just start shooting in the sky and kills everything. A giant centipede comes down, runs into a lady's apartment, and then starts doing Pilates. And then, as a trophy, when they win, the Duck Hunt dog shows up and starts licking the lady.
In her face, I hope?
Well, you don't know. It tackles her a bit.
Oh, no.
You know?
So,
There's a bit with Brian Cox and Sean Bean where they just start screaming at aliens.
Sean Bean is in this movie.
Yeah.
Does he die?
He almost dies. He died. He died on the inside.
Great. Did he die on the inside because he did the movie? Is that
I
a
hope
joke?
so.
Peter Dinklage was in this movie.
Yeah, he sucked.
P. Dinks himself.
He had a terrible voice, and his whole character arc was basically him wanting to get a freeway with Martha Stewart and Selena Williams, the tennis player. Both of which agree to have cameos in this movie.
Did he mention that where the wizards come from?
He does not, but he uses a cheat code that allows him to go super fast in Pac-Man, and then he uses the same cheat code in the real life, and it still does the same thing. Somehow he uses a cheat code in the real world, and it works.
We've awoken the hive.
The wizards come from the moon.
So, real quick, before we get off the topic of movies,
I think Charlie wants more questions.
I want more of this Pixels thing.
No, listen, go ahead. Go ahead, you go for it.
Tell me more. Because I can't look away now.
It's like a car crash that you you can't help but you feel bad, but you just want to watch.
So real pixelated Q*berts came out of a woman's vagina.
A normal sized Q*bert turns into a person Q*bert.
I'm sorry.
Transforms into a beautiful lady. Josh Glad starts kissing the fuck out of it.
Right.
And then later on, he comes home. Later on, it's like in the future, whatever months later. He comes home and he goes into this room, and it's just like 7 baby Q*berts in a crib. It's like, that's a joke. Nope.
7.
It's not really a joke.
There's a bit where, after they defeated the giant Pac-Man, they have a little special lunch dinner thing where they party. And Josh Glad starts humping the stage and singing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" because they would allow that at the president's dinner. That would be allowed. And then Peter Dinklage gets confronted by a kid who, this kid's mother happens to be the president's scientific advisor, but also happens to be hot enough for Adam Sandler to hit on. Right. While also being emotionally messed up with the fact that her husband left her for a hot woman, so she's a crying hot mess, which is perfect for Adam Sandler.
Because he's a crying hot mess.
In real life.
So,
right.
So, when did what was the turning point in a bad way for Adam Sandler's career? Ooh, he made some pretty good movies.
Think about this. I'm thinking...
Was it Bedtime Stories?
I think it was before that.
It might have been Click.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that... Well, the first movie he was nominated for a Golden Raspberry was for Happy Gilmore in 1997.
Yeah, but Happy Gilmore was actually a funny movie.
That was a funny movie.
Billy Madison was funny.
Yep. He was nominated for that. He was nominated for The Waterboy.
Wedding Singer was phenomenal. Waterboy was good.
Then it trailed off.
Right, yeah. So yeah, I'd say
Little Nicky.
I think it was Craig.
Little Nicky.
Now that one I
Yeah.
never saw, so I cannot.
What's that like?
I
He's the, he's the devil's kid. What's that like? He's the devil's kid.
50
yes,
First Dates.
And he's got like a really weird
that was
voice.
a good movie.
50 First
These are
Dates was...
those are from Randall, by the way.
Ah,
Thank you, Randall.
Wherever he is.
The IMDb of.
Did you ever see that
a
animated
very
movie he
specific
did?
IMDb of Team DBAH.
He did a movie about Randall's people. It's called 8 Crazy Nights. It's an animated Hanukkah story.
We're familiar with the movie.
He plays both himself
Randall said that's a good one.
and a small person.
He also, but then of course, I really liked Hotel Transylvania myself. But
That's a good
then,
movie, but that's because he doesn't have a lot of input in the jokes.
I was gonna say I didn't
That's
see
true.
the second one. I enjoyed the first one.
I hear the second one is just as good in a way. I
But
hear it's a good continuation instead of a,
we
rehash.
also have Jack and Jill.
Oh
We
Lord,
also have
Jack and Jill was the
Nuts.
worst of all of it, right?
yeah.
He just didn't care for that movie. It's like you could
That movie he did with Seth Rogen, the Funny People, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
That
What, in,
movie
2009?
sucked, and it was like longer than Lord of the Rings. It was so long and just so boring and so bad that I saw it in Texas, and I'm like, what? I think that made me not want to watch movies anymore.
made you hate Texas.
Spanglish.
Oh no, I love Texas.
Randall did not like Spanglish.
Randall did not like Spanglish.
No.
I never even heard of that one.
That's when
I've
he tried to do a
Never
serious,
seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
It was one of those comedians have to do like a serious movie. That was one of his. It was actually kind of depressing.
I've heard in some ways the occasional times that Adam Sandler does a kind of dramatic role, he's actually kind of good.
There was that one where he played someone with PTSD from 9/11, where he co-starred with Don Cheadle.
Yep.
John Cheadle,
I
your War
never
Machine.
saw that, but that sounds
Machine,
awful.
yep.
It's Captain Planet.
Have respect for yourself.
It'll turn you into a fucking
He wasn't
tree.
Captain Planet. He
We'll
was
do
like
it.
one of the kids, wasn't he? Or was he
No,
Captain
no,
Planet?
no. He
Oh,
was
no.
Captain Planet, man. no. There was a skit on, what was it, Funny or Die or College Humor?
Yeah.
One of
Funny
those
Guy.
two. And it was Don Cheadle as Captain Planet, and he was rather vengeful.
He loses it,
Completely loses it.
turns
I-
everyone into a tree.
Remember to recycle, or I'll turn you into a fucking tree. God, it's so amazing. I love it. And he looks just like him, too.
He does. He does.
Oh! Mayday, mayday, mayday. We have lost a Jamie.
No.
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
Dive.
Whoop!
Oh Lord.
Gotta. Somebody vamp. Oh, hi, Randall. How are you? Enjoying the podcast? Good.
It's like England lost their internet or something.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Hey, we got Jamie back.
Oh, thank God.
Did you just say England lost their internet?
Adam
It's like
Sandler
the
tried to
entire-
take us down.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. He's like, oh, you guys are talking about me. I'm gonna have to shut you down.
That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
But then to be
So
fair, his whole
sorry
voice is
to
a bad impression.
interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Penguin.
Mr. President.
Stop staring at me, Swan.
So where were we?
Randall didn't like Spanglish.
I want to talk about that new thing that he's done, the Ridiculous 8, the Netflix series.
Oh,
The Ridiculous
Something.
7?
Something
Yeah.
Is it
like
7?
I think it's 7.
I heard that was the one that was so bad that a lot of Native American actors walked off set because he
No
was just
kidding.
getting crazy.
Adam Sandler. Come on, man. Get it together. That's a Team DBAH request.
I
Put
feel
it
like he
together,
could be
Adam Sandler.
funny, but he needs to not be every part of a movie. He can't like write it and be in it. Like he can do one or the other.
I think he can be funny if he wasn't Adam Sandler.
If he was an actual character.
No. If he was another person.
Hotel
Oh.
Transylvania was fun.
Yes.
This could have, along with Click, depending on your feelings toward
Blake
it,
was depressing.
Mr. Deeds.
Never heard of that
Is
one.
that's the one where he got all that money?
Yes,
Okay. Winona
What about-
Ryder was in that.
What's the
she
what's
was.
the-
Big Daddy? The one with him and the kid?
no, the recent one. That's my boy.
That, that I
Oh.
heard. I would never. No.
There's everything wrong with that movie. There's things that you shouldn't do in a movie in that movie.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, he got molested by his teacher. Oh, she had a baby. Oh, the brother and sister getting it off. Isn't this fun?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wait, whoa!
Why
I've
do you
never
watch
heard of
all
this
these Adam
movie
Sandler
before.
movies, Jamie?
I don't. I just get tricked.
How does that work? You get tricked into watching them?
Pretty much. People are like, do you want pizza?
So you
Like,
do
yeah.
you do watch them? You don't-
They ply you with pizza.
I'm sitting there eating
Corn.
pizza. They put it on. I'm not going to walk away.
Do you put corn on your pizza?
Corn? No.
No. Okay.
Wait, what? How is that? How is
This
that
is
relevant to anything?
This is
What?
a horrible instance of Netflix and chill. This is Pizza and Sandler.
Oh Lord, sounds awful.
1 in 10 people die.
Wow.
What did they die
Jesus.
of?
Oh, you know what they die from.
Oh, okay. Oh, that. Okay. Do you guys realize we just spent the last 10 fucking minutes talking about Adam Sandler?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's been a little more than 10 minutes.
his social media is going to blow up.
It is now.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you're relevant. He's like, good, let me make a movie.
So
Oh, starring us? I'm in Team DBAH. It's the best stuff on earth.
it is as much as we're making fun of Adam Sandler. If he randomly got popular because of this podcast and he was like, "Hey, I'll give you $10 million to do a movie with me,"
Sold.
you'd say
Okay.
yes.
I've got
you'd
the
be like,
perfect-
yeah, of course
Sandler.
I will.
I've got the perfect movie.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
we'll give him Jamie's movie. There we go.
Yes, Mr. Sandler, I'll do your remake of Metal Gear Solid. Starring you as Snake. Of course I'll be in it for $10 million.
Oh, Lord.
Could you imagine if he did a Pokemon movie?
I choose you, Pikachu.
So, speaking of movies and things that used to be relevant that aren't relevant anymore, sort of. Elizabeth Banks is going to be Rita Repulsa in the new Power Rangers movie.
What about that? So they're going for the whole new... Is Tommy going to be in there?
I don't know. From what I've read, the couple stories, they haven't really released a whole lot of it. But Elizabeth Banks went on Twitter or
It's
Facebook or
the
something.
main cast, I think.
And she posted the main quote that Rita Repulsa always says. I can't remember what it is, but anyway, she posted
Power Rangers!
that. No, not,
I don't know. That
I
was
don't
a
think it was
guess.
that.
I'm
I
sorry.
think it's a little more.
Ay, ay, ay! Right? That was Rita Repulsa in the show. I haven't seen it in a while. She hung out with that dude with the giant head, right?
Yes, exactly. And so I don't know. Are you excited
I
at all
just-
for that? Or
I'm not to sound racist, but I just googled Rita Repulsa, and the first picture that comes up very much looks like someone who would say "I, I."
Wow.
Just saying.
well,
That's great.
I-
That's
we'll
just
just
great.
leave. We'll just leave it at that.
Actually, you know what? Like, Power Rangers, I watched it a little bit, but it was sort of like, Power Rangers was more like when I was in high school.
I was gonna say it came out
And-
like right when you were too old.
I was,
Yeah.
well, no, because
They had
that was
Power
around the,
Wheels, right?
Yeah,
That's what they wrote on.
absolutely. The Power Rangers rode on Power Wheels because they were max power
Hot
and
Wheels?
Exactly.
RoboForce. No, but it wasn't like that we were too old. It's just that Power Rangers was more towards something new for you know, for the younger generation. But the older generation were still like hooked on traditional animation and stuff. And that's about the same time Animaniacs and Tiny Toons came out. So while everybody else was
Right.
watching, while the younger people were watching Power Rangers, we were watching stuff that we were more familiar with, I guess, for the time.
And Batman.
And Batman the Animated Series. So I honestly maybe saw 5 full episodes of Power Rangers in my life.
Yeah, me too. Like when I was growing up, it was mostly Power Rangers was on a lot, but I didn't watch a whole lot of Power Rangers.
There was a lot of
Um,
different Power Rangers shows as well.
yeah.
A ton.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and then like it was when like Dexter's Lab and like Fairly Odd Parents were really big.
Mhm.
And
Are they the same times? I'd have thought Dexter's
no,
Lab would have been a bit earlier.
a little bit. Like Dexter's Lab was kind of
Dexter's Lab hit at the same time as Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, and
right.
Powerpuff Girls. Essentially, the 4 of them hit at the same time.
Or the rubber. God, fucking Johnny Bravo.
Hey, Mama.
Good show.
I used to love Johnny Bravo.
I still love Johnny Bravo. I've grown and appreciate. When I was a kid, I used to hate Johnny Bravo because I didn't understand it because I was
Right.
like 7. But now that
It's like
I'm
Gracie likes girls.
yeah, it was sort of one of those things where I was like, I don't really get why this is funny. But now that I'm older, like kind of going back and watching through, I'm like, oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah. Not for nothing, but that whole entire block that molded Cartoon Network, it was sort of like bringing Adult Swim and regular Cartoon Network together before there was an Adult Swim or before it was really.
Remember
When
Toonami?
Toonami,
Yeah.
Toonami. I just remember lots of Dragon Ball Z and Cowboy Bebop on Toonami. Wonderful. And
Oh,
Gundam.
yeah.
And Gundam.
Inuyasha. Let's not forget Inuyasha. Damn, I
Man,
love Inuyasha.
I loved
Oh.
Inuyasha when I was a kid. I
So
haven't seen
good.
it in so long though.
I haven't either, but I'm sure it holds up because it's just timeless.
That
Oh, God.
that came out.
Man.
Was that late '90s?
Over here, yeah. Over here it was
Well, yeah.
late 90s, early aughts.
Mhm.
Yeah, fuck. Had to be about 15 years or so ago because I used to have an Inuyasha calendar
And
when I worked at yeah,
and
about a 15.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin, that's right. His sword
Rurouni
was all
Kenshin.
weird.
Yeah, but Rurouni Kenshin was sweet though.
Yeah, it was. And of course, but then it started getting, of course, Craig, Outlaw Star.
Oh yeah, right. Yep.
Trigun.
Big O.
Big O.
Which plays into whenever they're doing Stream 4-star and they have the hammer fist thing while they're playing Bloodborne. Whenever they go to see the guy in the with the shotgun in the wheelchair, they always do "Cast in the Name of God, Ye Not Guilty" as they swing back and do the Falcon Punch with the weapon. So it's extra loud when they do it too because they're all doing it in unison and they're all usually drunk. So shout out to Team 4-star, by the way. Again, if you guys want to be on the podcast, please just hit us up because you guys are awesome. We love you guys. And it's not a debauchery or a podcast unless Team 4-star is brought up. Go on. Yes, you there in the corner.
They're doing a
The
reboot
accent.
of Powerpuff Girls.
Stop that.
Mm.
Is this going
Yeah.
to be a gritty and real reboot, or Is this going to be like they're bringing it back?
Well, basically they're going to be CGI because everything's CGI.
That's so horrible.
It is. That's like I said.
Original voice actresses, I hope.
Probably not.
Uh,
But it'd probably be all whatever. It'd probably be like current pop stars or whatever.
Powerpuff Girls are pretty good. I like I watched the show for a lot actually, and that just sucks. Why do things have to be rebooted all the time? Why can't people have like original thoughts or maybe go back to the classics?
Because they know people our age will spend money on it.
Yes, but you see, that backfired for them last year when they thought, oh, let's ride this nostalgia train all the way into hell and create a gem in the Holograms movie, which 3 people saw.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So,
Do you know the woman who played Bubbles? She's been in a lot of stuff.
Tara Strong?
Yeah.
Tara Strong?
oh yeah, she's
yeah,
Harley
she-
Quinn.
She's
the new
Harley.
Quinn.
she's been voice acting for what, like 20
Paz.
years, 25 years.
She was Buzz. Yeah, she has been voice acting for a long time. She was on
She's
an episode of.
she's the female Nolan North of TV shows.
You're absolutely right. She is a female Nolan North of TV shows. She was on the like 2nd or 3rd episode of Fat Men on Batman, and Kevin Smith did like she went through her whole career and everything like that. It was pretty cool. Yeah, she's. I mean, she's not Arlene Sorkin, so I will never truly accept her in my heart as Harley, but I can appreciate her effort.
We accept her more than whatever the name is from the movie.
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Beautiful woman. That's not Harley.
No, it's the voice. The voice makes the character.
Yeah, and a little thing called modesty. The only thing you could see on Harley Quinn when she was on the TV show and in the comics for the longest time was her face.
Even to be fair, in Arkham Knight, she's not in the Arkham series. She's not like over the top either.
Yeah, her ass isn't hanging out of her shorts all the time, and
Yeah. And
Right,
the Joker
'cause
isn't covered in tattoos.
exactly.
Like
But
the characters
Because
have
I mean,
a look.
even
to
it
them,
when
you know?
now maybe this was just a particular variation. I could be wrong on if it was the first one, but Harley Quinn's. I mean, or Harley Quinn's. Literally, she was in a Harley Quinn like this skin tight, full body,
yeah,
Yeah.
red and black, with the poofy neck, whatever it's called. I can't think of the name of it.
She had like she had like a jester hat as well.
Yeah.
Like very super villainy, but also very Joker-ish looking.
and tasteful.
No, it's like if Joker hung around with, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah,
It's like you got the
Yeah.
Joker in like a pimp outfit most of the time,
yeah.
and then you got what looks like his best girl.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. But unfortunately, though, as I can tell by the position of the sun in the sky, we are at an end for this week. So I'd like to thank Jamie for staying up so late and to being awake and sharing with us these awesome ideas that you have for the movie. Thank you.
Of course.
Craig, thank you for coming out, and as always, thank you for keeping me normal for the most part.
Well, thank you
And-
for always being you.
And making him not the oldest person on the podcast.
We're both the same age, stupid. Anyway, Luke, thanks for coming out, man.
Craig, isn't he like 3 hours older than you?
I'm 3 hours older than him.
don't know,
Oh,
I'm-
so okay, so you're the oldest person either way.
Yeah. Anyway, Luke,
Oh,
thank you for coming out and brightening up my day as per usual.
You are
And
very
calling
welcome.
you old.
Mm-hmm. Calling me old. Oh, it never gets old.
Ah.
Also, Remember to swing by teamdba.com to check out everything that is Team DBA, including this and every other podcast that we have right there on the site, as well as on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Player FM. Remember to check out Jake's pull list that comes out every Wednesday, where he tells you what comic books you should be reading for this week. And of course, we have the monthly Loot Crate review from Jamie over here. And over at youtube.com/teamdba, we have a new video up 6 days a week. So make sure you check that out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandparents. Everybody will find something to enjoy there. But thank you very much, folks. I've been Charlie Dean's Radio 2. This has been the official Team DBAH Podcast number 126. We'll see you next week. And please, until then, remember, don't be a hero. Good night.